What is up, Broncos Country? How you doing, Orange and Blue crew? Welcome to another edition of the Nothing Rhymes with Orange and Blue podcast here on the Orange and Blue Network and on the MHRT Network, powered by Broncos World Order. Guys, I am so pumped to have you guys here tonight. It's going to be a blast. There's plenty to talk about, plenty to get ready for. Training camp report for the rookies is this week. In fact, it's tomorrow. Man, it's going to be so good to know that the guys are getting back in the building one little bit at a time. Soon we're going to be getting all kinds of news out of training camp. It's going to be really exciting. We can't wait to share it with you. This is the Nothing Rhymes with Orange and Blue podcast. Let's go.
Smooth, the pins to chew, breaking down plays about to debut. Never pride in every view. Nothing rhymes with orange and blue. Bright lights of my heart in our view. Nothing rhymes with orange and blue. Nothing rhymes with orange and blue. Nothing rhymes with orange and blue. From draft picks to game reviews, celebrating wins, analyzing the clues. Nothing rhymes with orange and blue. Nothing rhymes with orange and blue. No orange and blue.
Nothing rhymes with Orange and Blue podcast.
What's up, Broncos Country?
What's going on, Broncos Country? We here, baby.
Okay, Horsey, calm down. We get you excited, but relax a little. What's up, guys? I'm Johnny the Mile High Viking Baki. Joining me tonight, since my cousin Jay is being a jerk and on vacation and having fun while the rest of us schmoes get to work all day long, George Montoya, one of the Broncos Bros, has agreed to join me tonight. It's going to be fun. How you doing, George? What's up, man?
Doing great, Johnny. I appreciate you for having me, and looking forward to talking some sports and just having a good time as always, on the show. So had to throw on the nuggets here today.
For sure, bro, for sure. Yeah, I'm digging the Nuggets gear, man. I'm rocking my DNVR Nug Life T-shirt as well, but I got my Broncos cap on. But man, there is so much to talk about. Some things that, like last week, we were sitting here on this show. Jay and I were talking about the whole Valanciunas situation and let him go. Peace, love, peace, chicken grease. Get out of here. We don't need you. We don't care. And then the news comes out over the past few days, and he's like, "No, man, the media blew this so out of proportion, it's not even funny." And he elected to stay. Signed his contract. The trade's official, and he is a Denver Nugget. So, how are you feeling right now about the state of the Denver Nuggets, bro?
That's all I gotta say, brother. We are here, and it's so nice to see us making moves, man. It's been so long since we were a free agency noisemaker. We just stay in the shadows, keep doing what we do, and it's a breath of fresh air to see us go get some depth, some quality veteran depth who can come in and make these young guys work for their minutes, If they're going to be out on the court, Strawber's got to take that next step. Those young guys are going to have to take that step. But
Deron Holmes is going to have to prove himself.
Oh, yeah, Deron Holmes, we want to see him. He's got to get an NBA shape, of course. But
yep,
his summer league looked decent. He looked like he was moving well. But
most as well. I mean, he was looking good towards the end.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry.
No, you're good. Just AG and Jokic getting rest during the regular season, being able to come off of the court, maybe both at the same time, and have fill-ins that aren't just going to shit the bed, pardon the language. But that's just what we do. Jokic leaves, we're we're minus 25 team for some reason. Exactly. So there's no reason to not be excited if you're a Nuggets fan right now. And
Agreed.
Jonas finally coming out, speaking on it, saying that, media's media, he's going to be here. That's just all I needed to hear. I was always on the train that it'll work itself out. Who doesn't want to play with Jokic? Come on. So
I mean, you'd be foolish not to. I mean, you get a chance to play. I mean, it's like anybody back in the 90s that would have gotten a chance to play on a team with Michael Jordan, man. You want to be able to have that chance to touch greatness.
Absolutely.
And here's the thing, and we'll get to the Broncos here in just a minute, y'all, I promise. But, I mean, here's the thing I've been saying about Jonas Valanciunas is that in the NBA, the best person at shutting down Jokic last season was Jonas Valanciunas. Nobody could defend Jokic better than him. And now they're on the same team. And I get it, he's backing him up. You're not going to really see him on the court at the same time by any means. But it definitely, it definitely takes away from the rest of the league and what they can do. Now there is really no one in this league that can defend Joker. I mean, that's the truth.
Yeah, I mean, there already wasn't, but the best person to slow him down, as you say, with all greats, was Jonas. Yeah, Valanciunas is the hardest go for Jokic to consistently take him to the basket, back him down. He was too big, too tall, and athletic enough. But I actually beg to differ. I believe we're going to run them at the same time in many situations. Because he's also not a bad shooter. He can space the floor. No,
he's not. He's a great shooter.
Not a bad shooter. Yeah, so he can space the floor, and you space the floor, and you have two bigs still. Jokic is going to get a lot of one-on-ones in those situations. They're going to be moving the ball. But rotation, man. We're going to have a rotation. It's not going to be a six-man crew.
It's going to be crazy, man. I'm so excited. I'm so pumped. Guys, thank you for joining us on tonight's edition of Nothing Rhymes with Orange and Blue Podcast. We are here on the Orange and Blue Network. So please, if it's your first time here or you're watching on, say, MHRT Network, jump on over, like, subscribe, share, and comment. Please give us a subscribe on YouTube. We are on the march to 500 right now. And in fact, I've got some news I'm going to be throwing out on the episode here in just a minute about this, about our goal of reaching 500. Well, just a little over, actually. But we'll get to it. But this is the Orange and Blue Network. Please like, subscribe, share, and comment. YouTube, Facebook, Twitter. Check out the audio version of our podcast wherever you find your favorites. We are also partnered with the MHRT Network. So make sure, of course, that you also show them some love. Like, subscribe, share, and comment. YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, even Instagram for those guys. And we are powered by the Broncos World Order. I was recently made an admin of the Broncos World Order, so we are now broadcast live every single episode on Broncos World Order on Facebook. So if that's where you are watching, again, please make sure you jump on over to YouTube. Find Orange and Blue Network and show us a little bit of love. We'd really appreciate it. Now, got to get it out of the way right now. That way we don't have to worry about it later. Got to show some love to the sponsor of tonight's show. You can catch the link in the bio below. That is W Jitterless Energy Blend. All right, W.GG will get you W Jitterless Energy Blend. It is amazing stuff. Comes in a multitude of delicious flavors. Has enough caffeine to give you the kick in the butt you need to get your day going and keep your day going without the jitters or the crash later. How do they do that? Well, W has no sugar. It also has no calories or maltodextrin or fillers or artificial colors. It's as natural as it can possibly be. It's nothing but amino acids, B vitamins, and nootropics that help keep you sharp through your day. And the caffeine in W is derived directly from the coffee fruit. So this stuff is absolutely incredible. Look at all those awesome flavors. I've tried several of those ones that are up there right now, and they are awesome. So guys, I'm telling you, you're going to want to get your hands on some of this stuff. I'm going to make it even sweeter, though, because guess what? Code NRWOB10, NRWOB10, gets you 10% off your order at checkout. Guys, go check out W. You will thank me later.
Get a W.
Pardon me, man. I didn't drink. Woo. All right. So you may notice that we are live an hour earlier than we have been in recent memory. That's because due to some scheduling conflictions, we've had to change it up a little bit. So the Nothing Rhymes with Orange and Blue podcast from this moment forward will be live every Tuesday night at 6 p.m. Mountain instead of 7 p.m. Mountain. But guys, when you subscribe on YouTube, make sure you ring that little notification bell because we've got tons of content you don't want to miss. Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 11 a.m. we got the Orange and Blue Blitz. So tomorrow morning, Broncos Bros, that dude over there, George.
Broncos Bros, let's go.
Of course, this show on Tuesdays at 6. Broncos Talk Wednesdays at 6. For those that speak Spanish, we got Viva los Broncos on Friday at 6. We've also got a breaking news show called The Fresh Squeeze. We've got the Get Bucked Game Day show every game day and the Buck Your Feelings post-game show every game day right after the game ends. You guys don't want to miss any of that content. I promise you, you're going to love it. So, woo, that's all out of the way. Now, George, man, let's talk a little bit more. Let's get back to sports. Let's get back to some sports here. So, the Nuggets, we've already kind of hit on that, but, man, I'm pumped. Valanciunas, Hardaway Jr., friggin' Bruce Brown. Bruce! So pumped that Bruce is back. He's going to change things for us in a big way, bringing it back to the 2023 form, I think. What, if any, are your concerns for 2025, 2026 for the Nuggets?
No, that's a great question. I think right now, it's going to be building that new chemistry. That starting five played together for so long. They kind of knew where to be on the court at all times. But in my honest opinion, man, it's really hard to see some of the negatives when you have Jokic. He's going to make these guys the best version of themselves. Bruce has already been that. You know, he already came and won a ship with us. He went and got paid, got his bag, and he's back. He already got to experience what it's like to get elevated by a superstar, a true legend, you know.
Sure.
Cam Johnson, rotational role. I think him coming in is going to be interesting to see how they use him. If they let him play how he likes to play, like play how he did, right? Play how he did in Brooklyn. Is he going to get that freedom when he does touch the ball? Kind of mix and match in those lineups. I think some of those are the worries. Finding the right rotation, when to put Jamal on the bench, who to pair him up with as far as the newcomers.
Challenge
We're gonna have our
accepted.
challenges. Exactly. Yep. Exactly. We're coming. We came with the bullets, man. We came with the smoke, and we're gonna give them hell.
Well, here's what I think is that I think that the proof is in the pudding, right? You're talking about them building this chemistry, but I feel like there's one player. Everything goes through him. Everything revolves around him, and at the end of the day, no matter who gets on that court with him, they're gonna be great. The proof is there. Russell Westbrook comes in last season, right? And you think the guy's a superstar, right? He's how many he's been a league MVP. He's how many times has he been to the NBA All-Star game?
3 seasons averaging a triple-double.
Exactly. The only guy currently outpacing Joker. Yeah, now granted, Joker will catch up and Joker will overtake him. I don't care what anybody says. But the point is, like, you got someone like that comes in that has been there, that has done that has been the leader on his team for so many, on different teams for so many years, and he fell right into it. He fell right into his role. I don't know if he's coming back. Don't think he is. But the point is, like, you didn't know what to expect when the Nuggets announced that they were bringing him here. You didn't know if him and Jokic would clash. Jokic is the boss. And I think at the end of the day, he's going to expect from all these guys to fall in line. And they will. Because the chance to touch greatness, you don't walk into the 97 Bulls and tell Michael Jordan how it's going to be. Or try to outpace Michael Jordan. Because you're not going to get very far. I think the same will go for here. I really do. So we'll see, man. But
Yeah.
I think they're in a good spot. Moving on before we hit the football, MLB All-Star Game on right now. Go National League. I'm a Cardinals fan, so go National League. I just went to the Cardinals-Braves game on Friday. It was a blast.
Fun.
Oh yeah, man, it was great. We lost by 1 point, but it was a fun game, and it was hot though. Oh, it was so hot. Even when the sun went down, it like got ridiculously humid in St. Louis, and it was like sticky. It was but it was so
that's
fun.
not a good time.
Nah, but it was fun. I mean, I drank my weight in beer, and had some bratwurst the size of your forearm. I swear to God, they were amazing. With some sauerkraut and some mustard, I was a happy camper.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, baseball's on. The All-Star game's happening. It's the All-Star break for Major League Baseball. They resume again Friday. So go National League, baby.
Yes, sir. I ain't got much to watch in the All-Star game, but hey, it's what's on. So I'll watch.
You really don't.
I don't. Die hard. I'll stick with my Rockies, even though the Monforts won't give them up.
Well, okay. Have I told you the story of why I'm no longer a Rockies fan?
I don't think so.
All right, so it goes like this. I meet my wife. I fall madly in love with her, and I'm like, yeah, that's the woman I want to spend the rest of my life with. I bring her home to Colorado to meet my family, introduce her to my family. Now, my grandfather, he's the one that this is jacket. He's the reason Jay and I are the Broncos fans that we are. He is responsible. He had season tickets from the establishment, the establishment of the Broncos in 1960. He had season tickets all the way until 2016. So I mean, he was a diehard Broncos fan. Yeah. He meets my wife. My wife is my future wife at the time is a Steelers fan, and my grandfather, pulls me aside and he goes, "I really like her, but you can't marry a Steelers fan." And so I tell her this, and she thinks I'm joking. I'm like, it's kind of a joke, but kind of not. Well, she's from Missouri, and she's a diehard St. Louis Cardinals fan. She cares way more about baseball than she does football. I care way more about football than I do baseball. So at the end of the day, she goes, okay, I'll make you a deal. You convert from the Rockies to the Cardinals. I will convert from the Steelers to the Broncos. I said, deal.
It's a fair trade.
It was way more than fair because the Cardinals are way better than the Rockies. I lucked out. But in truth, after that, man, I did exactly what I promised. I became a Cardinals fan. I started rooting for the Cardinals, and I've never looked back, and I love it. And I'll stick with my Broncos forever. That's the one team she could never make me betray. Okay, let's be honest. I couldn't betray the Avalanche or the Nuggets either. But you get Anyway,
understand the premise.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So all right. So to the Broncos. It's training camp week, or at least the beginning of training camp somewhat. Rookies report tomorrow. Do you have any concerns, George, that really none of our rookies have their contracts signed yet?
Typically, I guess I would have some concerns, but right now I have faith in the franchise. George Payton, Penner Walton Group, Sean. Sure. They, how you said, the proof is in the pudding. They've proven to get it done when it matters and to take care of their guys as they need to. Haven't seen any issues from any of our rookies in the past. I think it's a tribute, maybe not a tribute, but a correlation to NIL and these kids coming out of college who have so much freedom now, right? They have so
freedom
much
and money.
Freedom and money. They have so
freedom
much
and money, buddy.
What you would call as leverage. They have a bunch of leverage while they're young, and then they come into the NFL and forget it's the NFL and realize their leverage kind of goes out the window.
Well, I mean, look at the Texans and the Browns did, dude. They screwed the pooch for all of us by giving their second rounders from this draft fully guaranteed deals.
Yep.
mean, that I guarantee you that's why dudes like RJ Harvey haven't signed yet. Because they want to see
100%.
the same thing. Now, granted, it's
100%.
I guarantee you, George Payton, Sean Payton are not going to be like, no, we're not going to fully guarantee your rookie deal.
Yeah, no, absolutely not. I think he will get a large chunk fully guaranteed, much more than it has been. But I don't see a fully guaranteed. No, I don't see a full guarantee coming from these guys. They have shown that they want you to prove it before you get a bag.
Yeah.
We haven't even paid guys like Zach Allen, JFM. There's plenty of guys that deserve to get paid other than rookies who haven't played a snap who think they deserve more money.
Absolutely.
They're going to get plenty, and you want more money, you're going to earn it in your first 2-3 years. That's what you got to do. So I think we'll get it done at the end of the day. We're going to get it done. We'll figure something out. These guys coming into what is now a sought-after franchise. Coming around the league, people are talking about the Broncos. Players, coaches, media, people know what's going on here, and they like what they see. They want to be here. It was proven with the free agency.
Absolutely.
Proven with free agency. We haven't signed top guys like that since, when we went and got TJ Ward to leave. And DeMarcus Ware. We went
built the no-fly zone.
We went and got the no-fly zone, off the Marcus. So it's a proven fact right now that we're a destination team. So I don't see these rookies really giving us any issues.
I hope not. But, we'll see. We got a week before the veterans start to report. The rookies start reporting tomorrow. I think it's 10 a.m. The rookies start reporting to the facility, and then they'll be getting right into it. They'll start the workouts and doing paperwork. I'm sure. I think that's going to be a big part of it. Getting these rookies their contracts signed and all that. So they've got a week before the veterans get there and then things start to get really serious. But I'm super excited, man. And as one of the only members of the Orange and Blue Network who actually lives in Denver, are you going to any of the training camp, live training camps?
I'm still looking for the tickets to come back available for people who drop them, because I hopped in 45 minutes early and still didn't get a ticket.
Sure. Yeah.
It's probably one of the things that irks me a bit, that they went with the whole ticket structure and having to redeem them. Not even having to pay, like you just have to redeem them.
Yeah.
There's just too many people that want to be there. So I'm excited for when they finish the facility, because they're upgrading, right? They got rid of the hill. There's no more hill. There's going to be temporary bleachers. It's just heartbreaking, The hill is home.
The berm, yeah.
Also, hill was not great for taking my kids. I got a lot of kids. It's hard to take my kids and sit on a hill for I can't sit on a hill for 4 hours with my kids. It's a little difficult.
The berm was iconic, bro. I mean, okay, here's the deal. Isaiah and I had a plan for when we finally were able to go to a training camp together. We were going to have a live show from the berm, and we were going to call it Berm Baby Berm. It's gone now. That's gone now.
It's gone now. It's
that sucks, man. That sucks. But it is what it is. I'm still pumped about the prospect of finally getting to I haven't been to a training camp since I was 12 years old.
Last one I was at, 2016.
Yeah, man. Well, I went back when they were still in Greeley. Like my
grandfather. Oh yeah.
When they were still down in Greeley doing that shit.
Way back.
And it was the best, man. Sure. It was classic. I mean, I was.
It's so much fun, dude. I'm definitely still looking. I'm trying to go next Saturday for the first one.
For sure. So, I remember being there watching Elway and Davis and Rod Smith and Atwater and Shannon Sharp, all those dudes out there on the field, man. It was amazing. So we've already got we got Shy Vargas in the house. Our buddy Shy says, "I'm so excited for football season." Yes,
yes, football baby.
I'm chomping at the bit, man. I'm chewing on my teeth. Like I want it so bad. Chewy's NFL News and Podcast looks like a Raider fan. Says, "What's up, fellas?" Says Denver may take the AFC West, in my opinion. Hey, we're of the same opinion, man. So
These are
I
great
love
opinions. We're in the fight.
Love it.
I declare.
So, all right. Now, what we're going to do today, we're going to finish up our march through the season, previewing the games, coming up with our final prediction of a record. We're not going to do scores. Isaiah's been doing that. That's not really us right now, but we are going to finish up doing the previews of each game, talking about matchups and things like that, and then records. We're going to do that. We're going to plug into the Mile High Matrix today, bud. So that's going to be fun. So I hope you have an orange pill and a blue pill for me, ready for us. That's going to be a blast. There's just so much. There's so little and yet so much to talk about. I don't know, man. I'm excited about training camp, and at the same time, man, I just need preseason to get now. Oh God. So I'm going to ask you this right now. What is the thing about this upcoming season you are most excited about? Like one individual aspect of the Denver Broncos.
Ooh, one thing, individual aspect. I gotta say, man, I want to see this defense.
All right.
I want to see it. I'm a defensive guy, always been a defensive guy, black shirt defense. That's what wins championships. That's what's going to set the tone. That's what's going to make us those game-changing plays, those game-changing takeovers. I want to see our additions work, and I think we did the most on defense, including the draft, right? I want to see what the kid from Texas does, Never gonna
Dave Barron, man, that kid's going to be an animal.
Oh, yeah. I mean, from what I've seen, the kid's a baller. He's a natural baller. And with our depth, he can free roam. He can learn on the fly and play everywhere. And that's what he did best. That's what he did best in college. So I want to see that. I want to see Hufanga finally get the free range to play in his position that he's best at, in the box. San Fran had him in coverage a lot. We're going to put him in the box, dude. Sean's going to have him. Brandon Jones ain't going to be the leading tackler anymore. He's going to be back there.
No, hell no. He never should have been in the first place.
He never should have been, yes.
Never. Your strong or your free safety should never be your leading tackler. Ever. Like the fact that many dudes were getting to that level just to get tackled by him is not okay.
Or even him having to be in the box at times.
Yes.
Him having to come up because of the situations and the lack of talent and the injuries, whatever, no Singleton. We had some rough spots. So
we
filling in, dude, Greenlaw is going to be
Greenlaw and Singleton side by side. I believe it.
You got two green dots. You got two Mikes who are going to be out there. Greenlaw is going to help Singleton so much. Just IQ wise, he's such a good linebacker. He will move you to the position so you're already in a spot to beat the play because he's going to know what's coming. So I'm excited. I'm excited to see that defense work now. I won't ever put it past. I love me some Evan Ingram. So I want to see Evan open up our offense. I think he's the X factor for us.
Yeah.
Middle of the field is so huge. If you can use it and you have a threat like that, you're going to be powerful. You're going to be dominant.
Absolutely.
And Bo is great over the middle of the field. It's one of his favorite spots to throw. It's one of his best.
That's what he did best in college.
Yeah, it's his most accurate field. You got right hashing out, left hashing out, middle of the field. Middle of the field is most accurate throws, and
it's a Sean Payton staple as well. So,
Sean Payton staple, middle of the field. So that would be my right there, right with it. But that defense, I want to see.
For me, the single, I'm so excited about the defense. There's no question. And you guys know you've mentioned it on your show several times how huge I was on the acquisition of Talanoa Hufanga. I before we even had entertained the possibility of bringing him here, I did an entire segment on our show about bringing him here.
Yeah.
I was so excited about that. But for me, the aspect of this team I'm most excited to see, I believe in this defense already. This defense has already proven what they can do in Vance Joseph's system, right? I have all that faith. what I'm most excited to see, the run game. See, I was a running back, and I even have, my Denver Broncos run the damn ball hat, from a few years ago, designed and made by the one, the only Mario Vitanzi, a dear friend of mine. But
shout out Mario.
Yeah, that's right. I love Mario, man. I can't wait to get back to Denver and hang out with him again. It's been a while.
I got to meet him
since I've gotten to hang out with him
for the draft.
I've hung out with him. I got to hang out at his office for a while the last time, or a couple years ago when I was in town, and we spent some time. He actually gave me an adjustment on my back, which was awesome, free of charge.
Nice.
And I got to hang out with Justin Simmons and Garrett Bowles and Tim Patrick at the time. They were all in the office, and I was hanging out with all them. It was a wild day, man. But big shout out to him. And yeah, so I got my run the damn ball hat. I'm so freaking excited to see this run game, which I think is actually a perfect caveat into us plugging into the Mile High Matrix. So we're gonna go ahead, guys, and get ready to plug into the Matrix, and we'll be back in just a second. There it is. Looks damn good there, Agent Montoya. Yeah. Welcome, everybody. And welcome, everybody, into the Mile High Matrix. This is a very simple segment. What we do, it's a game of Would You Rather. You're given the orange pill. For those that remember the Matrix movies, you have the two pills. One makes one thing happen, the other makes something else happen, right? The red pill and the blue pill. Well, in here, we have the orange pill and we have the blue pill. So what we're going to do is each one of us is going to take a turn. I'm going to give you an orange pill and a blue pill. You're going to choose which of the two decisions you would take the pill and what you would want, to make that outcome happen. All right? You cannot abstain. You can't say, well, I take both. You can't say, I don't take either one. No, you got to pick one. All right? So, excuse me. Would orange pill, our running back room as a whole goes for 1,400 yards on the ground this season. So at least 2 700-yard rushers. Let's just go that way. That's the orange pill. The blue pill, we have one wide receiver go for over 1,000 yards. Which one do you take?
I'm going to have to roll with the orange pill.
All right.
Orange pill for many reasons, but I'll start with my original 2-minute drill segment. We argued if we'd have 1,000-yard rusher, and my original argument is that we would have 2 rushers over or at 600 yards or more.
Okay.
And I honestly believe it could happen. So I'm going orange pill, and because I think it will play a bigger factor on the impact on our team overall. Being able to get over the hump, win some of those games, take the ball out of Bo's hands, get some of those 3rd and 1s that we don't have to run something silly. We can run it down somebody's throat and pick up a yard. Pick up a yard, keep the chains moving, and then come into play action. We've already seen the 1,000-yard receiver plenty of times. Cortland's done it back-to-back years.
Yep.
It's something that we're used to, but we haven't seen a 1,000-yard combined rusher even in quite some time. Phil was the last 1,000-yard rusher, and since then, our leading rusher was Javonte Williams with 400 yards and 4 touchdowns.
Yep. And that's just been embarrassing.
Not going to cut it.
There's no other word for it.
Yeah, he's just not going to cut it. So I'm 100% taking orange pill because of the impact it will have on our team overall, being able to run play action and finally putting some respect on the O-line that was graded number 3 last year. And we couldn't number 1, but they're number 1 for sure. They overall they had the best pass block win rate, run block win rate.
Yeah, absolutely.
But nothing to show for it on the ground.
Yeah.
So that I'm taking the 6-6 or 7-7, like you said, 1400. Orange pill.
Orange pill. All right.
Take the water now.
All right. So, here's I love it when we end up with differing opinions because it means we have something to go back and forth about. However, I can't disagree with you. For me, I also have to take the orange pill. Take it. I'm gonna grab a big old beer and pound it. Make sure it goes down. Well, it's a big pill. It's a big pill. It's hard to swallow. So you got to get a good drink behind it. But no, I'm with the orange pill as well, man. The thing is, if for no other reason, I agree with everything that you said. Absolutely. Including the fact that we've already had, multiple years of a 1,000-yard receiver. That's great. And we want to see it happen again. I mean, for gosh sakes, we want to see both happen, to be honest. But we have gone so long in this Sahara desert of running back production that if for no other reason than just to see it be better for once, I want to see our running backs tear up the field. I want to see, the Alphabet Brothers. That's what I'm calling them, the Alphabet Bros. JK and RJ.
RJ.
I want to see the Alphabet Bros tearing the field apart. Doing different things. Both of them have a lot of strengths, and they complement each other. They complement each other very, very well. I just want to see them run the ball. I just want to see like I said, I'm a big running back guy. I love running backs. I love the run game. Tear that field to shreds. So orange pill all day.
100%.
There it is.
100%.
There it is. Oh, thank you.
Yeah, that's it, man.
So, all right, man.
That's it. Man.
It's your turn.
I do agree.
Present us with a couple of pills.
That is a great take there. I would say you have orange pill, guaranteed wild card playoff win.
Okay.
You got blue pill, guaranteed division win, host a playoff game.
Are you talking about winning the division, being division champs?
Yeah, winning division, or you're guaranteed a playoff win.
Okay.
In the wild card
division.
You're a wild card team. You get orange wild card team, guaranteed playoff win, or you roll your chances, host a playoff game, and see what happens.
All right, that's an easy one for me, dude. Yeah, do I want a playoff win? Absolutely, but I'm taking the blue pill. It's a smaller pill. I can swallow this one. I can dry dog that one. Blue pill. I want the Broncos to win the division. I want to knock off the Chiefs. I want to shut up all the haters and the doubters and the people that continue to believe that the Chiefs are going to own this division because I don't believe it. I don't. I believe that it's between the Broncos and the Chargers. I'm going to stay on the side of the Broncos are going to take the division because I'm a Broncos fan. But at the same time, I believe it's between those two teams. I believe the Chiefs are taking a massive step back. But winning the division, that solidifies. That shuts up all the doubters, all the haters. They have nothing left to say at that point. At that point, the entire league believes. And so, yeah, I take the division because I believe that if we host, even if we take the division and we are hosting a playoff game, a playoff game at home with our crowd and this team, the way it's currently built, I think we have a better than average chance of winning that playoff game anyway. So I'm going blue pill. What about yourself?
Absolutely. No. Great take. I guess I could have I was going to throw the extra loophole where we lose the playoff game if we win the division. But I left it at just winning the division, which is I'm probably leaning. This one's more hard for me because, man, we haven't seen a playoff W in a long time. A long time. That means you're going to the next round. And on the other hand, there's no other hand. It's the blue pill. F the Chiefs. We don't care about them. We're sick of them. It's time to dethrone them. We want the division. We'll take our chances and host a playoff game so I can go to it and you guys can fly out for it and we could pod before and watch us go run it down to a ship, you know. It's got to be the blue pill division.
Oh my God!
Staple. Division's the staple, man. Division winner is where you start. That's always your first goal in every season. Win your division. Always the first goal is win your division. That should be the number one goal at every team's opening day meeting. Win division. Yeah. That's your first goal because you win your division.
You want to win a playoff game? You bet. You'd be stupid not to want that. But I mean, what would you rather say? You know, we won a playoff game last year or we were division champs last year? I want to go division champs.
I want to say we dethroned the Chiefs. They aren't going on a 7 straight division championship. And we surpassed the Chargers with less time. They had all this time to get past us and get past the Chiefs, never take over. Let's go take over the division again. Make sure they know Broncos Country's back. And, you know, put the league back on notice. Take a top 4 spot. And whatever happens, happens. But going into that next year, if you win the division, you're riding on some high momentum. And I can never
we back, baby. Back.
We back.
We got Sean Vargas coming in saying he takes the blue pill to win the division as well. So, you know, good priorities. Guys, thank you for joining us in the Matrix. We're going to go ahead and unplug real quick, and we'll be right back with you. This has been the Mile High Matrix. Oh, I love that segment, man. That's so much fun.
It's great. It's great. It's good stuff.
That was my original. That was the OG Nothing Rhymes segment right there. It was the very first segment idea I came up with, and it's rolled for a long time.
Shout out the Matrix and Johnny for making it. It was a good time.
So before we continue, I said at the beginning of the show we had a big announcement in the March to 500 subscribers. Now we're going a little higher than 500 for this. All right. The orange. Now get ready for this. All right, and I'm going to be telling Dak that you know, who's now our designated reels maker. He better be making a reel of this for me. All right. The Orange and Blue Network is officially doing a Bo Nix orange jersey giveaway. All right, we have an orange home uniform, orange Bo Nix jersey up for grabs. Once we reach the magic number, can you give me a drum roll, George? Once we reach the magic number, 539 subscribers. Now you ask why 539? All right, the jersey is being supplied to the network by our own Rob Myrick, also known as Bronco Rob. He's been a member of the network for a long time. He's not regular on the shows for his just due to personal commitments. However, he pops into shows whenever he can. He's been part of a lot of our mega shows, which is a blast. This is coming from him, and when I asked him where or at what subscriber number he wanted the jersey given away, he said, "I want it given away when equal to Peyton Manning's all-time touchdown or career touchdown record." Peyton Manning threw 539 touchdowns in his career. So when we reach 539 subscribers on the Orange and Blue Network, not MHRT Network, and there's already way more than that over on Broncos World Order. on the Orange and Blue Network on YouTube. When we reach 539 subscribers, I will be going through the list of subscribers, and I will be drawing a name. We will be drawing, random drawing for that jersey. So make sure you spread the word, Broncos Country. Orange and Blue Network, subscribe for your chance at a free Bo Nix jersey.
I thought you said go, Bo, go.
You damn right I said go, Bo.
Let's go, baby. Come get your free jersey.
Look at you, George. You finally found the horse. You found the horse.
Found the horse, man. Go like, share, subscribe, guys. Get us up there. Get the Orange and Blue Network to the subscribers. Get your chance at that jersey, man. That's going to be a freaking sweet giveaway.
Dude, we've never been able to do it. We've never been able to do a giveaway like that before. So we're at that point now where we can start doing stuff like this.
You can do it!
The bigger we get, the more chances we have to do that kind of stuff. So help us out, Broncos Country. Let your friends know. Go subscribe. Orange and Blue Network on YouTube. Boom! All right?
Boom!
Now,
go, Bo, go.
Go, Bo, go. Yay! All right. It's time to finish up the season. All right? So far, Jay and I on our previous 3 shows, have previewed weeks 1 through 14. And as I have it now, and Jay's prediction doesn't count because he didn't feel the need to stick around for tonight. We have the Broncos at 10-3 after week 14. All right. So now it's time to finish it up. Weeks 15 through 18. Let's go, baby. All right. So we are moving into week 14 right now. I got to find it real quick. Hang on. I've got a whole breakdown that I've got for each of these games. Here we go. All right. So week 13 for us was against the Commanders. And Jay and I both unanimously agreed at that time that it was likely a loss. I said it would be very close, but we both said we're going to predict an L for that game. So we're coming off a loss. Let's just say right now, we're coming off a loss to the Washington Commanders. Real quick, we got our buddy Ray Has with his beautiful Orange Crush sign there. In the house. What's up, Ray? It's good to see you, my friend.
Cheers, brother. Cheers. Appreciate you.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, Ray's been around for a hot minute for this network, man. He's OG. So here we go. We're coming on
to the Raiders.
Yes. So we're coming off a loss in Washington against the Commanders.
Sunday Night Football.
We're still on the road. Yep, we're still on the road. We're going into Las Vegas. Earlier in the season, Jay and I had us beating the Raiders at home. So we've already got one up on them on the season. This is in Vegas. The last time we've met them in Vegas was last season. We destroyed them 29-19. Why don't you start, George? What do you think of this matchup in Vegas, and what do you predict the outcome will be?
So in the situation with us coming off a loss on the Sunday night, I actually think this is going to be trouble for the Raiders. We're going to have our get-back game, get right. Coming off that loss to the Commanders, Jaden Daniels, Bo Nix, the showdown, right? That's the talk of the town, talk of the league. Who's the better QB? And exactly. So it's going to be a huge disappointment if that's the way it goes. And I think the team's going to come ready to just pull some teeth, kick some teeth in. I got us sweeping the Raiders. I do think they'll be ready for the game. I think they're going to want, especially, we beat them in that home game, as you guys have earlier predicted. They're going to want to show up like they usually try to do, but
try to.
I think try has got to be the emphasis. I don't think Ashton Genty takes them over the next. He's still rookie. He's got to prove it. And even so, he's just a running back. You got to have some other pieces. I don't know that, Gino's serviceable. No hate on Gino. But I don't think they could handle what we're going to throw. We're going to have.
That's what she said.
We're going to have too good of a team at that point. We're going to be rolling. We're going to be top gear, closing out the season, and we got interesting games to close out the season. That's going to be one of the last 3 division games, right, to close the season.
Yeah.
We still got to finish 2 more, so.
Yeah. So here's where I'm at with the Raiders. I said this on the last time we talked, on the previous show where we talked about the Raiders in Denver. The Raiders are they're making the right moves right now. They're making the right moves, except of course for their owner's haircut. They're making the right moves to build towards the future, right? Like that's what I feel. However, comma space. I don't think they're there yet. I think we are, and I don't think they are. I think they're on the right track. And in a year or two, as long as Pete Carroll, doesn't, fall out of his wheelchair and break a hip on the sidelines while chewing his gum way too hard. Geno is Geno. I mean, we know what he is. It's not a surprise. He's been in this league a long time, and he'll never be that top 10 guy. He won't be, but he is a good quarterback. They got some new weapons. Ashton Genty, like you said, it's a prove it thing to me with him because let's be honest, Ashton Genty, I always thought he was a little overhyped anyway because everybody's like, oh, but you see what he did in college? I'm like, yeah, in the Mountain West.
Mountain West.
I'm like, I know high school teams in the South that are better than the Mountain West. Okay, like, he hasn't played really with the big dogs yet. He's going to be going up against defensive linemen from the SEC, from Ohio State, from Michigan. This isn't the Mountain West, man. It's going to be a bit of a wake up call for him. I'm not saying he's a bad running back. I'm saying I don't think he's as hyped as
he's going to have to run into Jalen Carter.
Sure. And then Jack Betch, they got that new they got that new wide receiver, Jack Betch. He's fast. That dude's quick.
Yeah,
he's pretty fly for a white guy. That's all I'm gonna say.
Absolutely.
Like the dude's got some speed, man. But again, rookie. There's gonna be some growing pains there. And beyond that, what offensive weapons do they really have?
Brock Bowers.
Yeah. Okay. That's it. That's it.
I'll be honest.
Against the entire Denver Broncos secondary.
Right.
Like,
and
does that. Now, they have Max Crosby. You can never count out Crosby. But Bo Nix has already proven I'm not afraid to go toe-to-toe with big old Max. He stared Max Crosby down and gave him crazy eyes as a rookie. Crosby, you can't take him lightly. But, again, he's about all they've got defensively. And let's also take into consideration going to Las Vegas isn't really ever an away game.
Exactly.
There's as many orange jerseys in those stands as there are black and silver. I'm just saying.
There's other color jerseys too. It's just Vegas, man. There's too large of a demographic out there.
It is. Now, if they were still back in Oakland, man, that's a different story. The black hole in Oakland is legendary. But people in Las Vegas, they don't give a shit. They don't care at all.
It's entertainment.
Yeah, that's it. I want to go to the game. Who's playing? I don't know. Let's go. It's not a home. It's not an away game for us any more than when
we go to the Giant Toilet Bowl.
Yeah.
That's what they tell you. So you want to go to the Giant Toilet Bowl?
I think it looks like a damn Roomba. The robotic vacuum cleaner. That's what I think the damn thing looks like. But whatever. But
whatever. Both of those suck.
It's a dub, bro. It's a dub.
That's a dub.
What do you think? Yeah.
Oh yeah. That's
it up. It is the Broncos now are standing with a record by our estimation of 11-3, and we're going into week 16. All right, so week 16, Broncos versus Jaguars. So Jaguars coming to Denver. No, sorry, I skipped. I apologize. Sorry, week 15. I'm sorry. I skipped it on my list like a dumbass. Here, I'll go ahead and click it myself. Where is it?
I was about to right now.
Right there.
Johnny!
Week
Oh man.
15 against the Pack. They're coming to Denver. The last time we faced off against the Packers, it was during 2023. So it was still the Russell Wilson experiment with Sean Payton. Sean Payton and Russell Wilson experiment. And we beat them 19-17. We barely beat them. The Packers last season, they're a playoff team. 11-6. They were third in the NFC North, which is shocking. 11-6, you're third in that division. That's wild.
Yeah.
But they were a wild card playoff team. Of course, they got Jordan Love. So I don't know, man.
QBR last year.
Say that again.
Jordan Love had the 5th highest QBR last year.
Yeah, he did.
He's getting better.
He's getting better. I'm still not sure if I consider him to be that as great as some of the Green Bay Packers quarterbacks of the past 30 years.
No. Oh no, no.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh no. He's just barely tickling the grass, you know.
Tickling.
Noises!
So we got Jordan Love versus Bo Nix. Broncos versus Packers. What do you think, George? Where are we at in this game? Talking about this matchup.
I like the matchup. I think it's a good matchup. I think it'll be a hard-fought game. I think both teams will be in similar positions. I think I haven't gone over the schedule, but I think the Packers will still be around that 11-win team, if not better if they, can slide a couple division games or whatnot. But really, man, I don't see us losing that game at home. I'm a little superstitious, but I do plan on being at that game.
Okay.
And I have not been to a game that we've lost in 3-4 years now.
You lucky bastard, because I've been to plenty.
I've been to plenty. I've seen us lose plenty.
No, I mean,
don't get me wrong, but I'm on a hot streak right now, and I don't know what it is, but I'm riding it. And when I show up, we end up winning games,
Well, then by all means, you better be at every effing game this season, bro.
If we can get the fans to show some love, I could try to make away games too, but home games, I'm gonna try to get to as many as I can for sure. I got a few I want to go to, but my cousin's a big Packers fan, and anytime the Packers come, we usually go to the game together. So.
My brother-in-law, who recently passed, he was a big Pack fan too.
Oh, sorry to hear. Big shout out.
Yeah.
But with that said, I got
more prayers than anything. He was my sister's ex. But regardless, my niece and nephews, it's their father. They're my godchildren, and so more than anything, big prayers for them because they're having to figure out what life is like now. You know what I mean? It's a change.
Oh yeah, no, that's devastating.
But anyway, as far as the Packers go, they've got a better than decent offense. They have a solid defense. I don't think either one is top 5 in any way. I really do believe that the Broncos have the best defense in the NFL. And that's why I believe that every single game, regardless of who we're playing, be it the Eagles, the Ravens, the Bills, anybody, our defense is going to keep us in every game, in my opinion. We may not win them all, but it's going to be damn near close. I don't think we get blown out in any way. This is going to be a close one. Mm-hmm. We've got the Broncos right now. So what did we say? Sitting at
11-3.
11-3. All right. So for this one, I'm actually going to call this one of the trap games. I'm calling this an L. It's just that one that I think just somehow gets away from us. It's again close, but just in the last couple minutes or something, kind of akin to the Bengals going up, the Bengals game. At the end, it just doesn't fall in our favor, and the Packers walk out of Denver with a win. What do you think?
No, I was actually thinking about it before I was talking, and it sets up pretty well for one of those trap games for us. My problem with us with trap games, it's always a team that shouldn't beat us. The Packers are a formidable team, and I don't think we're going to be overly favored in that game, depending on where we're at in the season, right? If they're a 7-win team, obviously it'll be different. But let's presume they're the same playoff team they were last year. I don't think that's a walk in the park. They got Josh Jacobs, who has been a Bronco killer his entire career, unfortunately, because he played with the Raiders. He went for 200 on us a few times. Yes, sure, Ray, big shout out.
No, I'm with you. But
yeah, it's not going to be a walk in the park.
No.
For sure, easily could be a trap game. And I have us winning, but I have it being a crazy close game, probably last-second drive or a last-second defensive stop, something crazy like that, which is pretty in line with how most of the games I go to that are on the edge end up folding out.
There only being two of us on the show, we're tied right now on this. We have to come to Well, no, we don't. We don't.
Good.
We have it going. No, we don't. We'll say that by my estimation, Broncos are now 11-4, and I
have them at 12-3.
All right, I'm cool with it. All right, so rolling on. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna stay in Denver for this one. This next one. This is the. Hang on 1 second. I'm sorry.
Jags.
Hold up. I think I screwed myself up here somehow. We talked about week 14, which we had last week. That was already part of our.
We started with the Raiders game, which I think you guys ended with last week.
Can you tell I had a hard day at work today?
We all did, brother. It's Monday number 2. That's okay. We're getting through it.
So we're in week 15. We're in week 15 after the Packers, and I still currently have the Broncos at 11-3. Yeah, 11-3, which would mean that with you giving them a win on that, you have them at 12-3.
12-3 and 11-4 after the Packers game.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. I'm sorry,
to
guys.
The Jaguars.
You know what? I need to take a page out of Isaiah's book and have a notepad here in front of me to write all this down. I just always forget to do it. And that's on me.
That's all right.
So,
right.
All right, we move on. Right, meow. Hang on. Give me 1 second. I believe my computer is preparing to shut down, and I need to stop that. I need to prevent my my computer from shutting down in the middle of the show.
Yeah, don't do that.
I see what happened. A few minutes ago, my kids came running in here. You might have seen me wave them out the door. When they did that, it looks like one of them tripped on my cord and unplugged my computer. So, all right. Here we are now. Like I said, back into it. I got to get back to my thing here. All right, we're in week 16. Broncos versus Jaguars in Denver. Last meeting was 2022. Broncos beat back during the Russell Wilson, Nathaniel Hackett experiment. We beat them 21-17.
Back, I think I'm gonna vomit.
Last year the Jaguars sucked. All right, they were 4-13 on the season. They have Travis Hunter now. Us Colorado folks will know that name well. But do you really think that Travis Hunter is the be all change all that writes that shit?
Oh no, they have a lot of things wrong with them that they got to work on.
Agreed.
From top to bottom, man, and hopefully their new Duval GM gets it right.
Yeah, sure.
Because yeah, I don't know, but this is what I was talking about. These are the trap games that I see. I see this as a trap game. A very overlookable team, still an NFL team. You're on a win streak on my card, right?
By your estimation, sure.
By my estimate, you just beat the Raiders away. You came home, you beat the Packers in a shootout game, crazy game. You play the Jaguars 4 days before you go to Arrowhead for Christmas.
Yep.
Very overlookable game. And I have us losing this one in a tight, unexpected fashion where we just don't show up because we got Arrowhead on our minds.
That's a fair assessment. I've got to win.
Because they're probably gonna suck.
Probably. Travis Hunter, but I don't know, man. I don't think it's enough. I don't think it's enough. So I've got to win on this. I've only got one more loss on the season for us going forward. I'm just going to go ahead and throw that out there now. It's not against the Jaguars. All right. So ultimately,
12-4.
Yeah, 12-4. I think that the Broncos know what they got to get done at home against the Jaguars. I get having Arrowhead on your mind and all that, but I don't think Sean Payton is going to let them overlook this game.
Probably not. That's just
who's their head coach now? I don't even remember.
Yeah, it's not going to come to me off the top.
Yeah. Anyway, I don't believe that God, I can't remember his name. I've analyzed him. I don't think he outcoaches Sean Payton.
No.
So I think we get the dub. I think we get the dub here. And then we move on, as you said, to Christmas Day.
Christmas night.
Yeah, Christmas night in Arrowhead. Maybe Father Christmas will have a snow game for us. Be kind of fun, wouldn't it?
Love that. Would love some snow on Christmas Day, night. It'll be electric.
But it's going to be against Kansas City. Oh, excuse me. In Kansas City. And unfortunately, this one for me is a loss. Now, earlier on our previous episodes, when the Broncos took on the Chiefs earlier in the season, we beat them at home. But on this one, Arrowhead's is a hard place to play. Now, we got close to beating them there last year, but I don't think we sweep them this year. In that, if this had been last season and we were playing the Chiefs at this point again, I believe the Chiefs would be sitting their starters. But this season, I think the Chiefs are going to be fighting for their lives in the division. So I don't believe that they'll have the luxury of sitting their starters in the last 2 games of the season. And I think it'll be a hard-fought game to the end. But I think that I do think that we split with the Chiefs this season, and this one is our loss to the Chiefs. So I take the L here, and that is my final L of the season. So what do you think?
Hey, that's a fair take, and I mostly agree with everything you said, except I have this as our statement game and the AFC West clinching game for the year. And I have us going into Arrowhead on Christmas Day, Christmas night, and winning the division.
Okay. Okay. Cool.
With the complete of a sweep to officially let the league know that we have arrived.
I like it. I like it.
Very
so we will
tough sweep.
very tough sweep.
It will not
It'll very
be.
tough sweep.
It will not be an easy game. It'll be electric. It'll be fun. It'll come down to the wire, maybe overtime on Christmas. But I got us winning the division on Christmas Day.
Okay, cool. I have us winning the division in the final game of the season.
I have us losing that game.
Okay, well, let's talk about it. So, final game of the season, Week 18, Broncos versus Chargers in it's in Denver.
Yep.
Now, I had us sweeping the Raiders. I had us splitting with the Chiefs. I have us sweeping the Chargers. I think it's a close one. I really do. But I'm so sick and tired now. I'm getting sick and tired. As sick and tired as I used to be of hearing about the Chiefs, I'm really sick and tired of hearing about the Chargers. Okay? I'm sick and tired of hearing about Justin Herbert, who has never accomplished a damn thing in his NFL career. Okay? I'm sick and tired of hearing about all that. They've lost defensive pieces. They had a defense better than ours last season. Not anymore, boo-boo. All right? They've lost some of their most prolific defensive pieces. Their defense is going to look vastly different. And yes, they've got, Lad McConkey, and they've got some weapons. They've got Omari and Hampton now. Again, but I do believe our defense is what sets us apart. I believe our offense will be better than their defense, and I believe our defense is going to dominate every offense they play, or at least come damn near close to domination. How do I put this? I think that every single team that faces off against the Broncos defense, it will be the hardest win any of them get against any defense in the NFL.
Oh, yeah.
Period.
For sure.
So that being said, I've already had the Broncos beat the Chargers earlier this season, and I think they do it again now. Shut up the haters. Again, we win the division right there. We've swept the Raiders and we've swept the Chargers. I don't believe that the Chiefs sweep the Chargers, and I don't believe that they sweep us. I think everybody sweeps the Raiders, but I think that's what sets it off, and the Broncos take the division with that game. What do you think?
That's
there,
great.
George?
That's great. No, I love that. And the only reason to have us losing this game is because we sealed the division. We just locked up the 1 or 2 seed, and we're resting our starters.
Okay. That's a good point.
That's why we lost the game.
Point. If we're at that point, like I said, for me, this was where we sealed, where we took.
Yeah. So I get your standpoint.
So I can see why we would be different there. But ultimately,
if I'm in your situation,
like both of us come up with a record. Yeah. So I think that both of us are now in a situation of what? 13-4.
13-4.
13-4. We did not agree on every game, but we agreed on the record. Yeah, absolutely. So, your bro's in the chat. So everybody say what's up to Fanatic Dak in the house. And what's up, Johnny and George?
What's going on?
What it do, boo-boo? How you doing?
Hey, boo-boo. Another picnic basket.
But man, this has been fun, man. An absolute blast having you on the show tonight. We did not have as many people in the chat as we're used to, but you know what? I truly attribute that to the fact that our show is on an hour earlier than it has been. It's going to take a little while for everybody to kind of get used to the new time. We've had that happen in the past. We've switched time for days, so I'm not worried about it.
That's all right. They're not used to the early show, so we still got some viewers in here, some likes and stuff, some reactions.
I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm kind of excited about it. I'm honestly kind of excited about it. for so long. We've been going at 7 o'clock, which is 8 o'clock my time. So by the time we were getting off the show, generally it was almost 9:30. And I'm like, dude, I'm an old man. I'm 36 years old, a disabled veteran. I'm tired. I want to go to bed.
Yeah.
So, going a little bit earlier, I like it because I feel like I still have some energy, at the end
You're
of the
like,
show.
oh, I can kind of relax a little bit, not just go straight to bed.
Yeah. I can still stand up to take a piss. I don't have to sit down.
Sitting, yeah, hey. You got to do what you got to do.
Shai wants to know, do we think the Kansas City Chiefs take a step back? George, would you want to field this one first?
I guess it's kind of a broad question. In which way, right? Record-wise, yes, they're not going to be 15-1. I think they have already taken the step back. A lot of their wins were one-score games that were very controversial. We could get into it, but it's the naked eye. We all know what it is. That's what it is. They've already taken the step back. They already needed that much help to win those games last year. We're just counting on them not getting it this year, or us being that much better that it's not going to matter. It's not going to come to that.
And that's the thing. I have some Chiefs fans around me. I have some Chiefs fans that I know that have been like, dude, I'm nervous about facing off against the Broncos this year. Broncos could take the division. But I have others going, man, we were 15-1 last season. And I'm like, yeah, in 8 of your games were one score or less and pretty much won by sheer luck. Like, that is not a sustainable formula for success, man. Like,
they didn't want us to beat Buffalo.
That's not going to happen.
They did not want us to beat Buffalo. They did not want us to see us, even last year. So, I agree with you.
I agree with you. I think Patrick Mahomes is Patrick Mahomes. You have to respect that.
Yeah. Exactly.
Absolutely. And by the way, I forgot. Why are you even on this show? I fired you last night when you put Patrick Mahomes #1 QB in the top 10 list.
I just make quality analytical quarterback views, and that's just where it ended up at. I couldn't take him down because of the lack of others.
You guys had Kinley on your board. Yeah,
so
you guys had Kinley on your show last night.
I can take him off the pedestal.
Yeah. You guys had Kinley on last night, and I was in the same boat as him. I respect the hell out of Patrick Mahomes, but I can't put him #1. I can't do it.
And I don't blame you guys at all.
My papa over here would roll over in his grave if I do that. So
can't have that.
I can't do it. I can't do it. But I do respect the hell out of Patrick Mahomes and his game. However, I believe that the years of dominance because of their roster around Patrick Mahomes are coming to an abrupt end.
Yeah.
They've got too many guys on too big of contracts, and they cannot afford to. And those are getting old. And on top of the guys that are getting old, they can't afford to bring in newer, younger talent. I just think it's their time. I think they had their dynasty run.
Unless they're sniping draft picks, they're in a world of hurt coming up because when you compete for Super Bowls every year, you pick 31st or 32nd every year. So quality players, but you got to hit on them, right? You don't get
I'm not saying it's impossible because we saw the Patriots do it.
Oh yeah, not impossible.
For years,
but very much harder than having some top 10 talent to bring onto your team.
Yeah, we saw what the Eagles did to them in the Super Bowl. The Eagles' defense was better. We have a better defense than the Eagles do. We do. We saw what their offensive line did to them. Our offensive line is the #1 offensive line in the NFL. So I believe it's the time. Yes, I believe they take Shai. I believe that they do take a step back, at least in record.
Yeah, that's why I agree.
So, yeah, I agree with you, George, on that completely and wholeheartedly, my friend. But with that being said, guys, it's time for us to get ready to roll out of here because coming up very soon on Broncos World Order will be the Denver Broncos Roundup with my buddy Keith Brugman. So I don't want to run into their showtime. Guys, thank you for joining us tonight on the Nothing Rhymes Orange and Blue podcast. I want to give a massive shout out and thank you to Mr. George Montoya for joining me kind of at last minute. Just this morning said he would fill in for Jay. So give the man a big round of applause. Thank you.
Thanks, man. Happy to help. Happy to be here, Johnny. Glad we could, chat some sports, talk some ball, and give the fans a show.
Yeah, baby, yeah.
I appreciate you, George, and I appreciate all of you out there in Broncos country and in the orange and blue crew, because that's what you are to us. Now, guys, one last time, if this is your first time here or you're watching it somewhere else, please jump on over to the Orange and Blue Network. Like, subscribe, share, and comment on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter. Check out the audio version of our podcast everywhere you get your favorites. Remember, we're on the march to 500, and when we reach 539 subscribers, the Orange and Blue Network gives away a free orange Bo Nix jersey. So pass the word out to your friends. Jump on over to Orange and Blue Network on YouTube and subscribe. Also, we are partnered with the MHRT Network, so please like, subscribe, share, and comment on their stuff. YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, even on Instagram. Don't miss their stuff. We are powered by Broncos World Order, and we are appreciative for each and every one of you who shows up each week to hang out with us, to chat with us, and to talk about our very favorite subject on the planet Earth, the Denver Broncos. Guys, this has been an absolute blast. Do not forget our other shows tomorrow morning will be Orange and Blue Blitz at 11 a.m. and Broncos Talk will be tomorrow night at 6 p.m. So do not miss any of those shows, any of our content. I'm Johnny Baki, the Mile High Viking, joined by Mile High Montoya, George Montoya over there. We love you, Broncos country. We're going to give you a big Mile High salute, and we are out of here.
Signing out.
Orange and blue, we're here for you. Talking Broncos all day through. No stopping us, we're on the loose. Come join the crew, no bad news. Podcast vibes so fresh and true. Nothing rhymes with orange and blue. Catching up on all that we knew. Hit play, let the episodes accrue. Nothing rhymes with